Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Digital Classroom. And today we have one of my favorite lighting setups. We call it the Rembrandt lighting setup. It's not really Rembrandt, by the way, because Rembrandt didn't use strobes. Let me call it a little bit like a Frank Dorov rendition of the Rembrandt lighting. Okay guys, so for this lighting setup, we're actually using the umbrella from the side with the sleeve, of course, to create that very nice soft quality of light. On the other side, I'm using a strip light, and that's what I do slightly different from the Rembrandt triangle. Now, let me first explain what is the Rembrandt triangle. We want to make sure that the nose is actually one of the most important things in this lighting setup. Because we want the light to go over the nose, but also hit the nose as a shadow. So create a nice triangle here for the eye. Now, what I see a lot of people doing, and they are asking me like, hey Frank, how do you do it? That's actually they're placing their lights too much in front of the model. Now, as soon as you place your lights in front of the model, you will never get that really nice dark area on this side. You will always get some light infection there. So, a lot of the old magazines and old books always talked about place your lighting in a 45-degree angle in front of your model. In this case, we're gonna do it totally different. As you can see in the video, I'm actually placing my lighting behind my model, aimed forward. And this is a second reason. As you can see, we're using our botanical garden backdrop from ClickPro Backdrops. And I think this one is awesome for those really classical looks. And by angling that umbrella, because it's a broad light source, meaning it goes everywhere, we can actually control, one, the light on our model, but two, also the light on our backdrop. Isn't that just awesome that with one lighting setup, you can control both the backdrop and your model? That's one of the things that I love about those light sources. But in all honesty, when I shoot it like this, I think it's a little bit too dark on that shadow side. And I love to see, for example, the jawline of a model. So that's why on the other side we're using a strip light. But it's not just any strip light. We're actually using a grid in that strip light. So on one side we're using a broad light source, the umbrella with a sleeve, and that light just goes everywhere. We use that light source to control the balance between what hits the model and what hits the backdrop just by angling that light source. But on the other side I need something that's really pinpointing towards that jawline, but I also want to light my model. So if I place a big softbox on that side, I'm experiencing a lot of spill light that will hit the backdrop, that will hit the front, that will bounce back on my model. So I don't want that. So for the accent light, I'm actually using a strip light. It's a tall light source, so I can light my model from top to bottom, but it's very narrow, so it doesn't spill the light everywhere. And to enhance that even more, we're using a light tools grid inside that strip light to really pinpoint the lighting. Now when you look at the shot, it might look like the model can move around a lot. It's actually not. You have to be very careful that, for example, the model doesn't change the angle of her head like this, but she can't even do it like this, because at that point, that jawline doesn't render nicely anymore. Oh, and another thing, if you can't get that jawline nicely in the picture and everything else looks fine, check the hairs, because often the hairs will actually block the light and you don't see that beautiful jawline. And you're looking for ages, like what is blocking that light? It's the hair. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you do, hit that like button and of course subscribe to our channel so you don't miss anything. Thank you so very much, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. See you for the next one. Bye bye.